What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are headed to the junkyard. Now I am going to go there for specific items. I'm not really going to walk around and show you guys the inventory. This junkyard is the Newark yard, is a little further from me, and it is a very big yard. So a lot of times they don't really change the inventory often because it's such a big yard. The last time we were there, literally had stuff from like November, and I'm going there today to look for some seat rails for some seats provided by Nomis Industries, and I'm going to be looking for some sensors and stuff, some spare sensors for road trips and stuff like that. I am also going to be cutting a radiator support slash tower structure if the car is still there. It's for a buddy of mine, and we are trying to fix the car once he gets it back from insurance. So I have about a 20-minute drive. We'll see you guys there. 99 CRV. Still looks like the old inventory. Trash everywhere. RX-7's still here though. The TSX that was behind that gate is also gone. And it looks like they're putting a bunch of new cars back there because they normally stack it up in the row before bringing it inside. But let's look for this car first. Somebody told me this was an AE, and somebody came back and cut more of it. That sucks. Now that I look at it, right here in the quarter, it does look like an AE. So this was one of the cars that I was looking for, but the seats are gone. This is the second car I'm looking for, a Del Sol, except not this one particularly because this one has a smashed radiator support. There is a second one here, so I'm gonna go look for that one. All right, this is the other Del Sol. Frame looks pretty straight. Bumper support maybe smushed a little bit, but for the most part, pretty straight. And we are needing all the way up to here. I am debating on taking this radiator because it is brand new, and it's got a stock fan on it because I want the stock shroud, and it's got a plug on it. EG seat rails are the same as DC Integra, and this one's gone. I need seat rails for my Integra seats, and I'm gonna walk this yard and find that Integra that I'm looking for and see if they have any seats. If they don't, we'll get out of here. I do have the stamp, and we'll hit the other junkyard on the way home. What's crazy to me is I came all the way to this junkyard because it is the only yard that has two Del Sols, and then this one pops up just recently, like yesterday. Now this took a little more effort than the usual radiator support pull because I did keep the side covers here, and I had to use spot weld drill bit to remove all of that, and having to make provisions to stick the sawzall through to cut the areas that I need. So got it all taken off. I'm gonna go ahead and strip that down a little bit more, and I might walk the back half of the yard where I saw that they dropped new cars. Oh wow, those are some nice seats. 94. This is what I'm looking for. Hell yeah, the seats. Look at the gradation. Never seen that before. What is this? Black trunk. Gray door. The car is gray. Thunder gray. But yeah, anyways, it's got both rails on it. That's what I'm pulling. Is that a Subaru? So I've been asking opinions with the homie Nomis Industries about these seats in this Integra. So I need seat rails, right? Seat rails in plastic. But I really like the gradation, and it reminds me of the JDM seat in my wagon. Can't figure out what it is on the interweb, but I want to say these are JDM seats, and they are clean. Aside from this little tear, which is not a big deal. I think to save me time, I'm going to buy both the driver and the passenger seat. That one's mint, other than the little fade, but that's normal. I think I'm going to save myself some time and get the front seats. I'm probably going to hide the rears in case I want to come back for it, because there is no bottom, but these are clean as well. Okay, so this is what we got. Okay, and that scared me a little bit. Yee. The new row. Now this Civic all smushed up. It is a new row, but not fully filled up. These are old. So now I got to figure out how to get the support on the hood without messing up the seats. But I just saw this little 10-inch. That was the longest wait in the line ever. So we have everything packed up inside the car, and I paid $222. It was $95 for both seats, manual seats. It was 68 bucks for the radiator support. It was $16.99 for the hood latch, and everything else was just core, environmental fee, and taxes. So $222. I mean, it is what it is. But I was gonna go to the other yard right now, and it is currently 4 o'clock. I need to get to the storage unit. Traffic right now probably gonna take me about 35-40. So I don't think I'm gonna hit the other junkyard. I'll probably hit the home junkyard later this week or something, but for right now, I need to go to the storage unit to drop off the radiator support and all the trailing arms that we put into the van this morning. And I think I want to try to clean the seats and put it in Project Blueberry. It literally sounds like a domestic. Okay guys, so I am back home and I have the seats out of the car. This one is clean, dude. It is so clean. I still can't figure out what these seats are, but this one's clean. The driver's side has a little tear that I want to repair right here, and it looks like somebody actually sliced it, but the material is still there. So I'm just gonna get some needle and thread, sew that up, and then we'll throw it into the car. But I think I want to scrub it down a little bit. And while I was in the storage, I did grab a pair of Integra floor mats. These are clean, just needs a good scrubbing as well. I have a set of front and rears, and I have a pair for the front, which I'm going to be using in Project Blueberry. Also want to show you guys one more thing here, and I probably am going to install this as well. The radiator for Project Blueberry is ready to rock and roll. I made a shroud off camera last night, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, it was nice to make this without recording any of it. I did show you guys when I made the shroud for the all-wheel drive CRX. That was a little more complex, and it literally was his own video. This one, I did it off camera because I wasn't sure how I was going to tackle it. I wanted to really think in peace instead of trying to think about how I'm gonna explain it on camera. But because we already done it and successfully made a shroud, let me explain. The shroud on eBay is $70. Save you guys the headache. Buy it on eBay, 70 bucks. If you buy a full radiator with the shroud, with the fan, it's $130, give or take, for the 92 to 2000 Civics and the Integras. They're interchangeable. So because we are running an old eBay radiator that we modified for K-Series, and we have a used fan, obviously you don't see the plug here, but I did grab it from the junkyard. I'm gonna wire this up to the OE plug that's currently on the car, but old eBay radiator, and I was like, you know what, I'm not really deep in this radiator. I don't want to spend $70 for a shroud. If I had material, I'd make it. Problem was, I didn't have any material, so I was like, okay, let me figure out the perimeter of this, the inner and outer diameter, like literally the full dimension, and see if I have at least enough material to cut just the outside. And sure enough, I did. I made this out of CAD, cardboard aided design, and then I went to go trace it on all of the aluminum pieces that I had that was literally just sitting all over the floor. Like literally, let me show you guys. This is all aluminum just sitting on the floor. And what I did was I traced the cardboard aided design onto all of the pieces to try to get all of the, you know, triangulated shape here. And then you can see I welded them together. You see that? This one I kind of undercut it, so I added a little piece in there to compensate, welded it right there, and then I lined it up and I made these tabs. So I welded these tabs on, drilled them out using the WrestleTuna hardware to secure it, and then I didn't have enough material to make the folded edge, and what I did in between was I used window seal. So you see that? Window seal in between, so that way there's no gaps and the fan can draw from all corners of the core and help cool the radiator efficiently. That's what a shroud does. I'll try to remember to throw in a clip of when I tested this last night and show you how effective this DIY shroud is. Check it out. Fully installed, right? Go ahead and turn the fan on. I think that is very effective. Yes, sir. So let's go ahead and clean the seats and get them suckers in the car. Orange degreaser. You guys know we've used this a lot of times before, and it works great with a brush on a drill. I mean, it'll work great if the sprayer works. There you go. A little technique with the fingers. This battery's dead. What? Mind you guys, this is the softest brush that my local detail shop has, and I do have a medium size, which is a little more firmer on the bristles, so the soft should be okay for the fabric, I think. They told me to just spray it on, give it a good old scrubbing, and wipe it off. I mean, that's all they literally told me, and I can already see the difference. But this is going to change in color once it is all nice and dry. So this is a little process to do, especially with two seats. So I'm going to go ahead and just do the top. So I have the passenger seat all nice and scrubbed down and also vacuumed right here. This is freaking paint and it is super hard on there. So I don't think I want to mess with it. I don't want to dig into the fabric too much. This thing is still a little damped all around, and this side right here kind of show the purple fade a little bit, but I'm really not too worried about it. It's a really clean seat. I like the gradation on it, and we're gonna rock it. So this thing, I'm gonna go ahead and just toss it into the car, so that way it's not in the garage or on the table, because I'm gonna need it for the driver's side. But let's go ahead and get this thing installed. My GoPro battery has been dying at 40% on the LCD, which I don't know why it's dying at 40. But anyways, we have the passenger seat installed. I noticed that this seat sits a little bit lower than that one over there. That seat came from a 98 Plus OBD2. It has all the adjustment knobs on the side to adjust the seat height and I guess bolster, but like because of all the mechanism in that seat, it sits taller. The 94 to 97 doesn't have all of that, and it sits a lot lower. I'm more preference to a seat sitting lower, and I'm actually really liking this seat over that one, although I like the gradation on that one as well too. That's a GSR seat. But we have a passenger seat for Project Blueberry, and this thing is looking freaking awesome. If you look, it kind of gives off a hint of like bluish purple, which kind of works out for obviously Project Blueberry, right? And this is a new feature to me because the EF, we don't have this. When you recline the seat forward, the whole entire seat moves forward. Wow, that's a cool little feature I didn't know about. But anyways, we have a passenger seat. This is 100% deja vu. Like I had a dream about this probably many years ago. Like this is literally deja vu. I was gonna do the sewing on the seat, but my mom said she'll help me out, so my mom's gonna sew that seat up right there. Maybe I should just clean this before she sews it up, so that way the brush doesn't like mess up the threads. Maybe I'll do that. Guys, I am really loving these seats in the car. I think the fade kind of makes the bolster a little bit lighter in color, and it kind of matches a little bit with the gray interior. Big shout out to my mom for sewing this up. This is now fully closed, and hopefully it shouldn't tear anytime soon. I got the Integra floor mats in here as well too, and it fits really good. Aside from it saying Integra and the other side has a logo, the floor mats is a nice touch to the seats. So I was kind of down here looking at the pedals, and I'm like, man, I don't like the way this thing is looking. So let me go find this grip tape that I have and had that I've also used in a lot of my cars before and give this pedal some grip. I lied. I can't find the grip tapes. We lost a lot of daylight, but I still want to do one more thing before we cap this video out, guys. I want to install my radiator since we are done with it and it is ready to go back into the car. I forgot I need to find the plug in my tool bag so I can solder it up and make this plug and play. So we have the radiator finally installed, bottom and top hose. I just need to figure out where I'm going to put the reservoir. But aside from that, this thing is ready to rock and roll and ready for some coolant. Another day. Just wanted to go to the junkyard today to find some parts for my friends, and also came across these seats. Now we finally have a pair of seats in Project Blueberry, but also big shout out to Nomis Industries for the GSR seats that he brought over. I'm probably going to hit the other yard later and try to find some seat rails in that yard so we can put these seats together and kind of stick them in the storage and just save it for a later project or something. Worked a little bit on Project Blueberries, and this thing is that much closer to being back on the floor and going for its actual first test drive. I still need shifter cables, I still need shifter brackets and the fluid for the transmission. Progress is better than no progress. I just wanted to squeeze a little bit of that into this video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the progress update. We're gonna wrap up this video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed the junkyard run and a little bit of wrenching with Blueberry. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around and see Project Blueberry on all fours and going out for his first drive, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.